You know, the vagina is it's an interesting part of the body. I'll never forget the very first time that I sat on Sherry's face. I remember when we were done, looking down at her and her looking up at me and saying, and I moved a little to the side and I said, "What, baby?" And she said to me, "Are you a hermaphrodite?" The vagina is a miraculous part of the body because it does tricks. It does stuff that you have to really know the vagina to see what it can do. Now, McMusing, I am assuming because you're male that you don't completely understand about the bush theory, okay? Women can't have a bush. And I'm just going to be really honest with you because, you know, that's my style. I believe in being frank. And I want to say this, see, you can't have a bush if you're a woman because, see, women leak. We're constantly dripping something from our vagina. And if we have a bush, well then, you know, it gets caught up in it. Like our periods. Let's talk about menstruation. It comes from the vagina. It comes out of the vagina, shall I say. And if we are not trimmed, the blood will clump up in our pubic hair and become a hard mass, in which the only thing to remove that hard, blood-clotty, meshed up stuff in your bush is to shower with warm water and to clean it out. See, that doesn't work for me. I completely have a naked vagina. I shave it. It's got to be bald. No trimming. No trimming. You just want it clean. Plus, the skin of the vagina is really soft. It feels a little like the inside of your lips. If you want to know what a vagina feels like when you're kissing it, right in here, that skin inside your mouth. Yeah, it feels like a vagina. Van, I am so disappointed in you. So disappointed. You don't like the way the vagina looks? How could you not like the beauty of a vagina? It is glorious. It has its labia majora, its labia minora. It has its pretty little hole that swells up and opens up like a donut when you're ready to go down and eat it. And of course, let's not forget that beautiful, beautiful thing called the clitoris. So let's talk about the clitoris for a second. It's like a tiny penis. It is, because you can actually take the skin that covers the clitoris and pull it back and out will pop out. Well, it would be like, I guess, a man that's uncircumcised. Because if you pull on his shaft down, boop, pops his head. You know what? Clitorises do the same thing. The clitoris is also very similar to the penis, in which they all come in different shapes and sizes. I, for some reason, have an oddly large clitoris. I don't know why. I'm not a hermaphrodite. No, for any of you women that want to know, I am not. But it is a little odd. I don't know. And it's not a lesbian thing, because I've seen vaginas before, and not all of them have, you know, what I'm packing. There's something really special inside a vagina. Something I like to call, well, it's really called the Gina spot. Technically, some people say the G spot. I call it the Gina spot. Yeah, it's absolutely the Gina spot, because it's one of my favorite places to go and visit. If you take your fingers and put them in the vagina and bend up your tip, these two, just bend it up, you're going to feel, and it's kind of like on the other side of the mons. The mons is where the top of the pubic hair is grown. If you put your fingers in and push them up, you're going to feel something similar to a sponge. It feels like a sponge. It's kind of puffy and it feels bumpy. This is your Gina spot. Now, when you rub against the Gina spot for a certain amount of time, you can ejaculate. Women can ejaculate. All women can ejaculate. If you've never ejaculated before, I would say ask a partner to help discover your G spot, and you can ejaculate. But what do you know about ejaculation? Ejaculation occurs when you start to get that sensation you're going to urinate. I know you think you're going to pee, you got someone's fingers inside of you, all of a sudden you have the urge to urinate and you're panicked and you hold it back and you stop. Oh my God, I'm going to pee on you. Okay, you're not going to pee. That is called the pre-ejaculation feeling. If you let yourself indulge that sensation, it will soon pass. Once it passes, tons and tons and tons of cum will pour out of your vagina, exactly like a male ejaculation. It's just a little bit more watery. Raul, your song was fabulous. You know, you're right. Vaginas are amazing because without them, none of us would be here. Well, that's not really true. Some people do have C-sections, even though I ripped from my pussy to my anus when I gave birth. But that's another story. It's just another story. But I loved your song, and I sang your vagina song all day long. All day long. So I leave you with this last thought of the day. Remember, the vagina is just an inside-out penis. We have the exact same nerve endings as every other woman. So if you're a lesbian and you're feeling a little embarrassed about wanting some vaginal penetration, don't feel embarrassed. It's normal. It feels good. There's nothing wrong with putting rubber and plastic devices inside of your pussy. Don't feel guilty anymore. I do it. I hope you do it too. And if anybody needs any more pussy advice, or vagina advice, or vagina advice, however you want to say it, send me a question. Maybe I'll have a part 2.